enjoying this bit of extra energy that is flowing to me today. I have not gotten so many readings done or emails answered or things like that in a while. So hopefully this means Spirit is done having me sit still. Hold still. Time to get some work done. Get out and talk. All right. So this is a reading that I'm really happy because I wanted to do this before the new moon, and I thought today was either the 13th or was the new moon, and I was like, oh no, I'm doing it on the day of, and it's actually the day before, which is perfect, and it's 5:55 on the clock, so synchronicity. And I'm gonna say that that's gonna kick off the part of this reading, or the first part is divine change. And what I'm really feeling called towards is that this is lessons learned coming to completion. They're definitely karmic lessons. 555 is 15. And releasing ourselves from unnecessary bondage and entering into chosen bondage. I mean, that could be being single, that could be being with somebody that we like, it could be even getting a little kinky. You never know. Now, I titled this one War of Roses. It's funny because so this was something there's a reading that Divine Maverick recently did that was titled War of Roses, but what's funny is that's something that was really bizarre that my DM said to me last summer. And it was something he said, this isn't the War of Roses, and it was just so out of the ordinary. I was like, what? And I was talking to a friend, and I was like, I know that's a period of history. Like it was a war, I think between I can't remember if it was during the Revolutionary War, but I believe it was between the French and the English. I'd have to relook it up, but I mean, I knew that it was an actual thing, and I was like, I mean, masculine. I knew that you were learning about new things, but I didn't know you were getting to be a history buff. Like, but I know that he remembers that I was, and he's also getting into politics and things like that I used to like. So I was like, I mean, it's not the most bizarre thing for him to be doing. But then my friend said that it was actually a movie, and I was like, it was. I actually watched the movie. It was really funny. It was effectively like if you look in 222 on the timer. It was effectively a karmic couple that got married and got this big house, and they like blew the house up because neither one of them wanted to give, they really didn't want to give up the relationship, but more than that, they didn't want to give up the house. It was stupid and silly and dark, but it was a dark comedy. It was really interesting, and it very much reminded me of what my masculine described his situation as like. But when I saw Divine Maverick posted up, I was like, whoa, like triple synchronicity in one shot right there. And then I actually thought to look up the term and see, are other people doing this? And it was funny that actually, yeah, there was several recent readings, and there was some readings, they were timeless, but they were from months and months ago, that were all very relevant. I was like, you know what, I think this is enough for me that I could say yes. This is a significant energy that's coming in. I heard it for my masculine. I heard it for one of my favorite readers. I'm seeing the pattern there. I've already been feeling like I'm in the, like that energy of War of Roses is in there. So it really, and I was looking, in fact, I was asking Spirit for, can you help me figure out what the energy, what the portal, what this thing is that we're going through with this Pisces new moon? Because it's going to be the sun in Pisces and the moon in Pisces. And I just looked it up on my astrology app, and it's interesting because so Pisces is the last sign. So when we hit March 20th, we will have officially ended the 2020 astrological cycle, and we have entered into the 2021 astrological cycle with Aries. Now, interestingly enough, usually a new moon tends to either be on the first day of a new sign, they change signs every 2 to 3 days, or it will be in the middle. Now, this is at least my first experience of it, that it's funny because we're already in the Pisces moon, and then tomorrow, on the day of the new moon, we will actually be at the cusp. It'll be Pisces and Aries on the other side. So it's like the moon is already ahead of us in changing over to the new year, which I mean, it already would have, but it's just very synchronistic that it's right there. And what that tells me is that this is definitely, I mean, if you think of Pisces and Aries, and if you watch the movie War of Roses, it's definitely one of those, like, it's very emotional, very deep, very war involved, and it's what is it, kind of a Braveheart sort of thing. You never take our freedom, something kind of like that. Now, I'm going to pull some cards. I'm going to start out with the Divine Energy deck because it just feels right now. And then we will see where that carries us. And I want to this isn't necessarily for Twin Flames in specific. It's for anybody that feels called to it. But I mean, if it feels like there's getting into specific energy with that, I may do that. Um, Now let's see. Thank you, Spirit, for showing us what's going on for this Pisces new moon. First card out, first chakra, Archangel Michael. And it's funny, what did I just say? Very warlike, right? It's very Aries. And 3 to 35 is 8. Strength. Thank you, Spirit. For more insight into what is going on for this Pisces new moon tomorrow. Also want to point out it's 313, which is 7. So there's going to be victory in some way, shape, or form. And add 5 to that, you got 12. So the Hanged Man, we've got masculine energy in there. Oh, this is funny. Number 5, attachment. And what do we say about 5s in the beginning? And number 45, man holding heart, which is also 9. And that, to me, relates to the 9 of Cups, the single masculine energy. So far, we've got 2 masculine cards and a feminine card with a woman removing, or at least holding up, a mask. And she kind of, it's funny, this card reminds me of the Devil card because look, she's chained to something, but it actually kind of reminds me of the movie The Grudge, oddly enough. But you know what else it reminds me of is the movie called High Spirits. If you haven't watched it, it's great. It's another good comedy. Um, hmm. We'll have to look into what this means. I'm curious. Do I want to get more of this? Let's see. We've got 9, 8, and 5. 13. So definitely some death transformation. Oh, interesting. Look at the bottom of the deck. Card number 20. And it's the Envy card in reverse. And right beneath that, woman holding the heart and the world reverse. This is interesting. And then, oh, this makes me laugh. Right on top, number 7, the community card, which is very joyous, and it's very much 3 of Cups kind of card, which is reunion energy too. And right on top of that is the Sun card. Let's see what's in the heart of the matter. The 3rd chakra, Archangel Shemuel in reverse, 3710. So, you know what, that's very fitting because Pisces is very much our child heart, our heart of hearts. And so it makes sense that in the heart of the matter of what we're all dealing with is healing our 3rd chakra, which is our heart chakra. So this War of Roses is about that healing. And the hot topic is, I'm going to say it's a combination of third-party situations. And it's funny because look, one of the women has roses in her hair, right? And it's about a celebration of some kind, likely a freeing of a situation. And because envy is in reverse, I mean, we'll read that, but I'm going to assume that it is being free from envy, and being free from a situation that has made us envious at heart, free from any third-party situations may have been involved in, whether intentionally or unintentionally, and obviously getting to a place where we feel safe and secure. That's root chakra stuff where, it's funny, another Divine Maverick reading comes to mind where she talked about the roots aren't dead. And also a personal card she pulled for me where it talked about the wheat has grown in with the tares, which is not the same as the chaff, but it's a biblical verse you might look up. And it's one of those to where you kind of have to let the situation play itself out, because if you pull up the wheat before it's grown out and the tares are in it, which is, the tares are, it's kind of like the chaff, but it's a little bit different. If you try to uproot it, before it's grown. Yes, you get the tares out, but you also pull up the wheat, and then the wheat isn't usable either. And it's much better to allow it to grow and get to harvest season and then harvest it, and then at least, even though you've got the extra work to do of pulling out the tares, you still have a lot of usable wheat in there. And so sometimes that's the kind of situation that we end up in, or that like somebody we're waiting on ends up in. And you just have to allow spirit, you have to trust spirit to do it. And so what I'm assuming is the attachment card, this War of Roses is about releasing attachment, 1033 on the timer. And it's definitely about, I mean, either you're the masculine or you're waiting on a masculine who is in a situation where he's attached in some sort of way, that he feels bound to like a dark, dull gray situation. It might be a feminine with dark brown hair, who wears masks, maybe Gemini or Virgo. I'm thinking like reverse magician energy, um, maybe some Libra in there. I don't know, but they're I want to say if 1111, they're probably twin flame connection. I want to say if you, wow, that was an interesting image. So actually, this is really interesting. I mean, at first, what I was seeing, it's like you're waiting on a masculine who's been in a third party situation, but actually, now I'm seeing it like this. This is a feminine surrounded by two masculines, a man holding a heart and a masculine that represents the first chakra, Archangel Michael. And it's interesting, what I'm almost kind of seeing, 11:55 on the clock there and 6:06 on the other, is if you are feminine, especially if you're twin flame divine feminine, you might find that this War of Roses actually is a turning of the tables. If you've had a masculine who's been in a karmic situationship, it may be that spirit brings you a soulmate, and then your masculine comes back towards you and is like, hey, that's mine. Right? um, and you may feel attachment in some way, shape, or form. Or maybe you thought, you know what, I mean, you don't have to be twin flame for this. Maybe you're just feminine. You're like, I'm so tired of waiting for this. I'm tired of being attached to somebody who is not there with me. I'm tired of being single and attached at the same freaking time. I'm going to break free from that. And then you have options, but those options are like, I mean, they're like looking at each other. They're like, I don't like that, right? And it feels to me, in fact, you know what? I'm going to say this community card, this hot topic card, I think that's what this, we'll get some clarifiers. We'll use the carrot cards and maybe the Rider's Waite. But I'm really feeling like this is this is going to be a bit of absurdity, and it's a part of the Karmic Carnival Jurassic Park edition, to where it's going to be a bit of a divine comedy. You may have a masculine who is in a third party situation, and you may inadvertently end up in a third party situation yourself. In fact, it may even be that you have not been looking, or maybe you like kind of looked but you weren't really all that interested, but spirit brings you somebody a little irresistible for you, and you're like, you know what, okay, I might play. I've held myself back. Let's do this. And then that brings in any masculine that you were waiting on, and then it creates all sorts of new drama, and you were like, what the F? Right? I'm going to look this up, number 5, because this is a new card for me in a newer-ish deck. Number 5, attachment, perceived need, and the choice to let go. Upright. In this position, the card reveals that your passage forward is being stopped by strong attachments to old patterns or people from the past. It is bolted to fear and the past or desperation about the future. Although you may weigh mare, blah, 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 it's interesting, mare, horses may be relevant to you. Although you may wear the mask of pretense or even contentment, you simply can't seem to go forward. The stuff that's keeping you stuck could be physical addictions, emotional patterns, or even old relationships. Are you living in fear, addicted to old unhealthy habits, or so desperate about the future that you can't be happy now? If so, the chains that bind you could be of your own making. This card is telling you that it's time to take the action you need to break out of your chains and move forward to an open, free, healthy, and authentically happy life. It may take some courage and effort to let go, but know that you are capable of doing it. Until you do, the difficult energy will just repeat itself, keeping you stuck. I'm noticing something interesting. This light. That's funny. That's coming in from the sun. A beam of light coming your way. And after reading that, I'm kind of getting the sense that this is actually for all of us. Whether you're reading this just for yourself, for a friend, or you're thinking about a love interest, that attachment stuff. This I'm thinking of the song. I'm hearing the song. It's 26:10:7. The song from Queen, and it keeps coming up. I want to break free. Oh, how I want to break free. Um, yeah, I'm thinking that's this War of Roses energy. That's what it is. Everybody is feeling like they want to break free from past patterns, attachments that are holding them back, fear of the future, fear of the past, all that stuff, which is really fitting with the root chakra card coming up. And I'm happy to see the root chakra card in upright, because that means facing the fear. Now, I haven't read that one. Let's see what it says. 35. Oh, stability and security. Michael holds a beautiful globe of red energy at the first chakra, which is located at the base of the spine. This is funny. This is on page 111. This is the place where your sense of stability and security is stored. When this card is upright, it reveals that your energy is flowing freely regarding these issues. Even if you've had problems with feeling secure in the past, these challenges are beginning to be resolved at this time. Archangel Michael is with you, bringing you strength and personal stability. You are capable of taking action and moving forward on your path, so allow yourself to feel increasing faith in your own power and security now and always. Affirmation. My first chakra is open to its perfect, healthy state. I am strong, stable, safe, and secure. And the Archangel Michael guides and supports me always. It's pretty cool. It's funny. I haven't seen mosquitoes in a while, and they're coming in here, so there may be a bit of a pest situation that might come up. There may be little things bugging you. They could be emotional things. It could be the releasing of old patterns, addictions, things like that. The song on the radio is Janet Jackson, Unbreakable. So what I'm definitely getting an energy that this War of the Roses stuff is like that. I want to be free. Like, if you're not going to be free with me, then I will break free on my own. And an embracing of community. I'm curious. So I know the man holding the heart is like embracing. Let's just read it. It's not very long. Male dealing with family, love, or emotions. This tender man sits with flowers all around, holding a heart in his hand. For a man, this signals a greater clarity about emotions and their purpose in your life. There could be a more balanced approach to family and love at this time, even if these have been confusing experiences for you in the past. For some, this card upright could signal the presence of a new man in your life, one who tends to be more thoughtful and aware. Whether or not this man is a love interest or a friend, he brings high intention to help where personal projects, family, or home issues are concerned. An affirmation: I am comfortable with all my emotions. I honor and express them in appropriate ways, and I feel peace. So those are, yeah, I'm definitely seeing multiple cards that are indicating third-party situations. And what I'm going to say is definitely, no matter what side you're on, embrace the absurd. Let yourself play with it, especially if you've been single for a while. Let yourself be free from attachments, especially ones that have been scarier for you. And I really want to look at this envy card in reverse because I've not read this one yet, and I'm curious if it is what I think it is, which is like a releasing of envy. 20. Envy, lack, and dissatisfaction. Reversed. This card reversed heralds a great time of joy and appreciation, which really fits with that community card, main 3 of Cups. Your choice to shift your focus from future longing to present gratitude creates a significant difference in your energy field and moves out in a dramatic and radiant way to attract more to you. You know that you can keep your eye on future goals without losing sight of your present gifts. So continue to release any old feelings of envy or lack whenever those thoughts or emotions come up. You're well on your way to a completely gratifying life, and your genuine acknowledge of the value within and around you will only keep drawing more value to you. Affirmation: I let go of lack. I look at the blessings in my life with joy and satisfaction. I am glad. So this is definitely a good time to focus. So full moons are good for releasing. New moons are typically good for setting intentions. So set an intention for something like gratitude, joyful amazement, pleasant surprises, um, gratitude, just lots and lots of gratitude. If you set an intention for gratitude, you won't be disappointed. Um, what was I gonna look at? You know what? I want to see. I want some clarity on these cards. So actually, what I want clarity on first is that community card, that number 7. Thank you, Spirit, for clarity on the number 7. I'm gonna use the carrot cards. Oh, interesting. 42, a slow dog. I haven't looked at the actual meaning for this card yet, but it was like there's a fast dog and a slow dog, and the fast dog is like an immediate, urgent threat, and the slow dog is like a mild threat. Like, I mean, think about being a rabbit on it. You don't have to worry too much about an old, fat, slow dog. Um, that doesn't mean that it won't bark. It doesn't mean that it won't try to look really scary. Um, that's interesting. So somebody, and then the bottom child with greens, like a temptation. You know what, though? That fits in the temptation of situations. You may be tested. On the top is the litter mates. So, again, community on there. Can I get one or two more clarifiers, please, Spirit? I might pull in the writer's weight on this, too. We'll see. You know, I'm just going to say thank you, Spirit, for clarifying all of these cards here that we have for this War of Roses. I saw 2222 in the timer, which is 8. Strength, definitely been a theme. Thank you, Spirit, for clarifying. Oh, what do we got here? 2 cards. Interesting. Roots, that's been a theme. Double carrot. And the fast dog in reverse. Isn't that interesting? And dog on a leash. We got a lot of dogs here. And actually, there's been a lot of dog energy, which is both, it can be a threat, and it can also be about loyalty and friendship. And it's interesting. So if I look at these in order, a slow dog, roots, and the double carrot is like a mystical, magical thing in the carrot cards, which is kind of cute. And oh, interesting. The wolf card is on the bottom in reverse. So, which is it's an ending, a completed ending. So that definitely fits in with the War of Roses thing, and freeing from attachments and stuff like that. Let's see. The fragrant field is at the heart of the matter. So if we look at that, that's the hot topic. That's the heart of the matter. The shadow is a dog on a leash in reverse, which I feel like it's like in reverse. A dog on a leash is not a happy dog. It's a dog that wants to be off the leash, either to chase something or smell something or play with something or get something. Like, it wants off that leash. So if you felt like you've been on a leash, definitely that song is coming back in. I want to break free, right? Now, have the slow dog with roots, the double carrot, and the fast dog in reverse. You know what it feels like is that there's some sort of tough guy that's like created a slowdown. But with the roots and the double carrot, I'm actually feeling like there's divine intervention coming in. Hello again, Kentucky John. You know what? Yeah. especially with the fast dog in reverse, I'm really seeing a big energy that has to do with wanting to break free of limitations, and especially with that attachment card in there, and the envy card in reverse, like we're especially like where we are right now, we're getting towards the spring equinox. That's funny. The song on the radio is Karma by Queen Naja. I'm gonna pull some Rider Waite cards, I think. Let's see. Let's see, my pretty. What do we have here? I'm so happy. One of the things I wanted to learn to do this year was to do the riffle shuffle, and I can now. Yay for me. Okay, let's see. Thank you for some clarity, Spirit, on this Pisces new moon War of Roses energy. First card out, Five of Cups reversed. Five of Cups is definitely a tower card of its own. It's like a smaller tower. But in reverse, all the cups are tipped over. Like table party of five, overturned. Which, that does tell it the tables have turned in some way. Next three cards. Why am I not surprised to see the Twin Flame card out there? So we've got Ten of Pentacles in upright, Four of Wands in upright, and the Four of Swords in reverse. So what I'm feeling from this, somebody regrets a situation that toppled over. There was poisoned cups in it, third-party situations. There was Two of Cups situations that were taken for granted, likely because of some sort of karmic contract that had to do with family situations. It's likely involves twin flames, but it could just simply be a stable relationship that got overturned, and the time for thinking about it is done. But the Four of Swords in reverse can also be one of the narcissist cards, and the Five of Cups in reverse can be like victim narcissism. So I'm getting the sense that there is definitely manipulation energy in here. Now on the bottom we have the Six of Cups in reversed, which is like a desire to reconcile and also to release exes. Oh, I'm so laughing. Look at this. Three of Cups reverse. And remember we had this card, seven. Let's look at them together, right? Look very similar, right? So seven, the community there. And to have this one in reverse, it's another one of reconciliation. Look at that. So we have two cards of a desire for reconciliation, but it's also, both cards can indicate third-party situations that are falling apart. Like they're emotional. Underneath the Six of Cups, we have the Five of Swords in reverse. That's like thievery, and it's the time after battle too. So for some of you, I feel like this War of Roses energy is like it's only just begun, right? And for others of you, it's already happened and or happening, and you might start to see by tomorrow the results of that. That's so funny. The song on the radio now, music, soul child, yes. And it's 6:23 on the clock, which is 11. Karma, justice. Let's see what else is going on here. So that was the hot topic. Oh, that's funny. Right underneath the Three of Cups is the Two of Cups. And what do you have when you put the Three of Cups and the Two of Cups together and they're both reversed? The Five of Cups reversed. So those are the hot topics. Broken relationships, broken contracts, broken boundaries, broken emotions. Six of Pentacles reversed is in there. And in the center, the Star reversed, loss of guidance, asking the same questions over and over again, not listening to spirit or taking advice of astrology or things like that. Let's look at what else is going on under here. Yeah, oh yeah. Hanged Man, Nine of Cups reversed, High Priestess, Magician reversed, Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands reversed, Two of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Ace of Swords, Three of Pentacles. Yeah. What was that? Oh, are you talking about the reality? Oh, yeah. I like to try to do them when I can for the new moons. And hello, Sarah. Yeah, I think I don't know. There's just so many things going on in here. It's almost, and it makes sense because with the new moon being actually at the cusp between Pisces and Aquarius, like, I have a feeling it's like like I've been saying in some of my other readings, we're in a version of the karmic carnival with funhouse mirrors, so this Jurassic Park edition. It might be a little bit, well, it's going to be kind of a circus. That's what it seems like, especially with that's really weird. It may have moved itself with the deck that I just put in there, but one of the cards that I pulled up of the carrot card is missing, and it's the fast dog in reverse, which kind of reminds me of the Knight of Wands in reverse or the Knight of Swords in reverse. So it may be, I mean, if you're in a situation where either you rushed out of a situation impulsively or told someone to leave impulsively, or more likely that masculine that you know of. That's so funny. The next song is Monica and the Neptunes, very Piscean, the song Trenches, and it's very relatable to war, right? War of Roses. What I'm getting the sense of, though, is that fast dog in reverse is very Knight of Swords in reverse, Knight of Wands in reverse. Somebody who's very impulsive, probably spoke too soon, and was like rushing around making action after action and not really thinking about what they were doing, and got themselves into trouble. They may not have thought very far ahead, and that just created just tower after tower after tower. And if you've been patient and you've been doing your work, it may be that you are going to be rewarded, especially with the envy card in reverse and the attachment card, and man holding a heart and all that stuff. Like, it really seems like you're about to get, especially if you're a feminine energy, you're about to get a lot of good things coming your way, so much that it might seem absurd how much of it is going on. But I'm not gonna say, like, don't just jump in willy-nilly to just anything, but don't bar yourself off, especially if you're single. Even if you're in a twin flame relationship, like, or, well, dynamic, I should say. If you are single currently and or in separation, you can enjoy yourself, especially now. And you never know, it may actually provide a situation that is healing for you, even if they end up being karmic for you. However, do practice good boundaries, healthy boundaries. That's a good, that's kind of what dating is really good for. We tend to look at it as like, I'm going to find the one, but you can also date to help yourself grow and heal and learn to practice good and healthy boundaries, and not just accepting minimalism or settling and things like that. Now I'm going to pull a card to tell us a little bit. We're going to do the Divine Circus card, especially since I'm sensing a lot of circusry going on here. A bit of theatrics, maybe some drama. We'll pull a card for what it's about and an advice card. So thank you, Spirit. Oh, that's funny. I'm definitely going to read on this one. Death shall not take him. I was actually doing a reading for Divine Femmes and Divine Masculines, and I was sensing the energy of that card, and I'm laughing that it waited to come out now in the War of Roses time. Thank you for... So we'll do 2 cards for this, showing us what's going on for this Pisces Aries cusp new moon tomorrow on 3/13. Say maybe we'll just do that one card. I'm not getting another card that really wants to come out here. Thank you, if there is one. Thank you for making it more clear for me, Spirit. I feel like, oh. Alright, not too many. Okay, what do we got here? It's like 3 cards on it. Oh, let's get more clarity. You know what's funny? Okay, I'm going to show them to you, but I'm only going to read the last card. We got Bright Baby for number 40, and we got Confetti 34, which is like enjoying the sweetness of life, and 41, Lady Luck, which is the one that I'm going to pull. Oh, and I'm laughing. This has so been a theme in the readings all day. Crown of the Butterfly Bambini 31. We've got a lot of 4 energy, stability, the Emperor, things like that. It's definitely some masculine stuff going on here. 41. And there's also been, it's a lot about, like, taking risks, leaps of faith, and Aries energy is very much that leap of faith. And in a few of the other readings, the Fool cards came out and stuff like that. So it's a good time for new beginnings and taking leaps of faith. But just be careful. Sometimes we can get ourselves in trouble with the risks we take. So careful with that. That says, Lady Luck. Lady Luck is on your side. A change of fortune is in store for you. A twist of fate that is meant to be. You're a winner, baby. You are to hit the jackpot. Do you think that Lady Luck is something that only happens to other luckier people? Your attitude can attract luck to your side, no matter if you once thought you were the unluckiest person alive. Luck is attracted to certain types of consciousness, an attitude, a belief that life wants to help you and has the infinite power and creative imagination to do that in endless ways. Attracting luck means being open to the genius of life, which works itself out perfectly, bringing benefits to us again and again, even if we have no clue how, where, or why it operates the way it does. When Lady Luck appears, you are being given a golden ticket, a lucky break, a change in fortune that is always meant to be for you. That was in your stars. You can turn this lucky break into a lucky streak that stays with you for a long, long time, or even forever, with your attitude, your belief in the goodness of life, and the generosity of your spirit. Feel the thrill, the gratitude, the joy of being a winner, and thank the universe for it with the following affirmation every day. Luck, luck will visit you very soon, and it will love being around you so much it will decide to stay. The affirmation is, I am so lucky in so many ways. I feel gratitude, love, and joy in my heart for being so lucky today. I love that. And you know what? I think instead of drawing another card for advice, I'm going to say that this card, The Death Shall Not Take Him, is our advice card for this. And it's very Piscean, if you look at it. And it's card number 3, which is very Empress. It's so funny. I'm kind of loving the whole, like, it's got this very impish vibe going on for this, like, kind of this playfulness, like, I'm all that, but like, you're actually a very humble person kind of thing. So it says, Death shall not take him. You are going to witness the impossible made possible. Whenever you think you lost is not, or whatever you think you is lost is not. Whatever you think cannot be shall be. The universe is going to intervene, and what seems to be over shall in a new way live again. Wasn't I just say? I swear, I don't have to go back and watch. I was just saying we had those other cards. Divine intervention is coming in. That's what it's looked like. Thank you for the confirmation, Spirit. Sometimes just when you think it's all over, the 11th hour comes. You can practically hear the opening chords of your swan song, and when you have finally given up, suddenly, somehow, right before your eyes, everything changes just like that. You are free falling, and then suddenly you are soaring. Fate steps in, destinies are altered, and life demonstrates its creative, restorative power, even if all seems lost. The oracle of Death shall not take him is a sign. No matter how defeated you feel, no matter how many dead ends you've encountered, how many setbacks, how many failures, no matter how impossible success may seem, the universe is going to step in and write things in your favor. You will succeed, even though apparently impossible odds, the heroic spirit within you is going to get its way. So if you really must, doubt for just one moment longer, then replace doubt with trust and participate in the divine defiance of life refusing to be crushed. The universe wants to dazzle you with an unexpected triumph. Why not just relax and bear witness to its impressive display of life-giving power with reverence and delight? Affirmation. Stone is warmed by the blood of life. The universe dazzles me with its life-giving blessings, and all I need, love, want, and desire comes to life in me and my world. Awesome. I really love that. This seems like it's going to be kind of an exciting new moon. We'll have to see how things go. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, watching, commenting, all of the things. I will see you in the next video. which I don't know, I'm feeling kind of energetic. It might be today, it might be tomorrow. Either way, I wish you a pleasant evening.